Network. We are broadcasting from the First Summit Arena in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. This evening's PIHL ice hockey matchup features the visitors, the Bethel Park Blackhawks, bringing a 5-3-1 record into this game versus the home team, our Bishop McCort Crushers, bringing a 9-4 record into the game. Bringing you this evening's action, yours truly, Ralph DeMarco, along with our hockey analyst, Boston Bradley, and, of course, our stream producer, Tim Hornick. Tim will also be our guest between the second and third periods. The Dream Team, the Stream Team. Welcome, Boston Bradley.
Hey, Ralph, how's it going? Great to be here.
Well, Boston, we're going to get back to you because I want to introduce you here officially in a bit, but we're going to jump right into the Coach's Corner. You jump in here anywhere you want, Boston, but the Coach's Corner with the head McCort coach, Art McQuillan. And I want to tell you fans a little bit about Coach McQuillan. He's starting his 33rd year as a head ice hockey coach. He has taken his team to the playoffs 29 times in those 33 years. And I can tell you personally, he cares very much about his players and his coaching staff. And Art, welcome to the Coach's Corner.
Good to be here, Ralph. First broadcast of the year. Good to be here.
Well, let's hope there's many more, okay?
Sounds good.
Art, I have to ask you this question first before we get too far along, okay? You still have the enthusiasm for it. I can tell that. You're still pumped up after all this time.
Yeah, we were out at 6 a.m. for practice the other day. Nothing like it. Start your day. You're with kids. You're on the ice. Like my dad, dearly departed dad, used to say, a kid on the ice is never in hot water. So really,
awesome.
Really good to be with the kids. And, we're having a pretty good year so far.
Well, Art, how about your coaching staff? Can we talk a little bit about them?
Yeah, Dimitri Terebrin's been with me for about 15 years. He has the all-time records games played by the Johnstown Chiefs, came up through the Russian Olympic Development Program, so he really handles the special teams and has a good relationship with our players, handles the power play and the penalty kill. Mike Hudak, I joke that, he was here and they just built the War Memorial around him, okay? He's been with the program close to 30 years and heart and soul of Bishop McCort hockey. Ryan Terrell and my son Lane handle the defense. They're usually synced up back there, and we've had a pretty good year defensively, and we play Bethel Park tonight, and we're side by side in the standings, so it should be a good one.
And we'll talk about those standings a little bit later in the broadcast. But, Coach, the season to this point, you're sitting at 9 wins and 4 losses, and in the league you are 5-4-1. So talk about the season to this point.
Yeah, we got off to a good start. We lost our first one to Armstrong, but we put together some real solid efforts. The AA division of the PIAA is very competitive. We're playing up in class, mostly larger schools, but all of these teams have depth and quality programs, and so far we've had a good season matching them, and hopefully it will be more of the same tonight.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Bethel Park. I believe it was Game 7 that we actually lost to Bethel Park 5-2. So your thoughts, what are the keys to the game here tonight to beat Bethel Park, the Blackhawks?
Well, Bethel Park is one of the favorites in AA. They came down from the AAA division last year. Big school, a lot of depth. They roll 4 lines. We've got to be ready to match their intensity right from the drop of the puck. We can't wait till middle of the first period to start playing. We have to limit their scoring chances. We have to exit our defensive zone on the first opportunity, manage the puck efficiently in the neutral zone, and change lines efficiently, because they'll play 4 lines, we'll play 3 for the most part, but we can't end up with any extended defensive zone time or we'll pay a price for it.
So what you're saying is, one of your keys is you can't let them live in their offensive end.
Yeah, we've got to match their intensity, and like I said, they manage the puck well. We have to manage it as well. So a key is to get off and play well in the first 5 minutes here and set the tone.
Well, Coach McQuillan, before we finish up the Coach's Corner here, Boston Bradley, you have anything you'd want to ask Coach McQuillan?
How big is special teams? Because I know that's something that, having been in a lot of the McCort games this year, it's obviously something that we have a tremendous unit on both sides of the puck. But in a game like this, Bethel Park, I think closer to the top in penalty minutes. What's the message to the team there?
Yeah, absolutely. Special teams has been our bread and butter, especially the power play. We're functioning at a very efficient rate, and we haven't had any time entering the zone. We've had good puck movement in the zone, so we talk to our kids, and when special team circumstances arise, that's an opportunity to make a difference in the hockey game. And like I said, we're very pleased with our power play to date. Hopefully we get some chances early. We put it in the back of the net and gives us a little breathing room, and then we need to manage the game.
Well, Coach McQuillan, any shout-outs? Anybody you want to say hello to here on the Crusher Sports Network? You're part of the Dream now, the Dream Team, the Stream Team.
I'm ready to go down with the kids. We got about 5 minutes before they drop the puck, get them last minute ready, and we'll be good to go.
Coach McQuillan, thanks for joining us on the Coach's Corner. We really appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And with all that being said, I'm going to officially bring Boston Bradley on the air here. We want to give a couple shout-outs, though, to Jeannie and Sunshine Jill and Darren, and, of course, our good friend Mary Luna. Mary Luna sending you love always, and, God bless and go Crushers. With that being said, Boston Bradley joining us tonight, a 2017 graduate of Bishop McCort, where he excelled as a two-sport athlete in hockey and baseball. During his hockey career, he was a four-time Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League All-Star, earned the team's MVP award in 2017, and was named the Unsung Hero in 2016. And Boston teaches social studies and aviation at Bishop McCort and is also part of the Crusher baseball coaching staff. Boston, welcome to the stream, brother.
Oh, thank you, Ralph. It's great to be here. Couldn't be more excited. I've been down to a lot of the McCort games. I'm happy to get back on the air with you because we always have a great time on the Dream Team here. And again, just excited what should be a really good matchup.
Well, I'm going to see if our stream producer, if we can get to a commercial here with Mr. Hornick, maybe take a time out from a message from friends of the Crusher Sports Network.
Research has shown that women who have had ovarian cancer have an increased risk of developing breast cancer. My name is Matt Smith, president of the Laurel Auto Group. When my mom started the Ann Harris Smith Foundation, she said, if we can help just one woman, then we have made a difference. Every year, we come together with a powerful mission to support and raise awareness for ovarian cancer, which is directly linked to breast cancer. Join us this October as we link with Pink to support breast cancer awareness in our communities.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network, the Dream Team, the Stream Team. Boston, we listened to Coach, his keys to the game. What would be your keys to the game this evening?
Well, I was coming in here right about 6:15, to get ready for the stream, and I actually saw Bethel Park's bus show up. And to me, I'd always like to be here a little bit over an hour before. Who knows I know it's a long trek to get here from Bethel Park, especially playing the early game in the day at the War Memorial. I really think important for the Crushers to be able to go out, you get home ice, get a really good start to the game. If you can jump on them in the first 10 minutes and try to get to an advantage, I think that would be huge. And then the other key, I know I mentioned it with Coach McQuillan, special teams. Bethel Park, a lot of penalty minutes this year. I know McCort, we're also kind of towards the top of that. How can you manage these emotions, and how can you capitalize on opponents' mistakes? If they're going to take penalties, how can we capitalize and get some power play goals?
Well, for me, it's real simple, Boston. My key to the game here is goaltending. We lost to them by 3 earlier in the season, and goaltending. Whichever goaltender stands tall tonight, I think their team will win the game. With that being said, Boston, how about the standings, the PIHL 2A standings? Could you just go through those quickly, please?
Absolutely. In Class 2A in the PIHL standings, we have Penn Trafford in the lead with currently 30 points in 11 games played. It is a very competitive league. Hempfield and Armstrong are both right behind them. And then we have McCort sitting in the 4 spot with 19 points, tied with Shaler and Bethel Park right behind us with 18, followed by Greater Latrobe, Baldwin, and Norwin. So just a really, really competitive group. And certainly it's going to make this game worth a lot with being separated by 2 points near halfway through the season. Points like these are what's going to make a difference in seeding, home ice advantage, playoff opportunities. There's a lot that goes into it. So I know it's just a game day here in December, but nothing more important than getting those 2 points every time that you have the opportunity.
Well, And it's Advent season, and we're going to do our sportsmanship prayer right here, right now. Strong and faithful God, the giver of the fullness of life, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, coaches, officials, and all gathered here. Keep these young people safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. God bless, and go Crushers. And we're going to keep it right here, folks, because the scoreboard clock says we have about 1 minute and 30 seconds before they get together, do the national anthem, drop the puck. And Coach, very quickly, I'll jump through what I consider might be the starting lineup for McCort, and then you jump through what you would think that Bethel Park, based on our information. For the Crushers, that first line would be Pasniak, Brandon, and Ben Canizero. Defense will start with Art Blinoff and Connor Hewitt, and in goal will be A.J. Shiravalli. And, Coach, how about that Bethel Park crew?
Yeah, Bethel Park's going to be starting their forward line of Luke Foth, Kay Decker, and Ezra Kozak. And on defense, they're going to have Kellen Jones and Caden Bush. And I actually have not figured out, they split their goalies pretty evenly. So I saw them both taking warm-ups, so we might not know who they got starting in net for another about 35 seconds here until they go out for the starting lineup. But it's either going to be Logan Colella or Kevin Tiemann, and both of them have really, really good numbers. So, again, like you said, goaltending going to be really important.
Coach, how about some key players for Bethel Park?
Absolutely. So, for Bethel Park, Jack Hartman is one of their senior leaders. Again, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. We also have Peter Belisari, who has 8 goals, 4 assists for 12 points. Luke Foth, again, on that first line, going to be really important. He is 4-3-7. And then Caden Bush, no goals this year, 9 assists. A defenseman that Coach Art and I were talking about before the game, just a tremendous skater, and his ability to kind of control the pace is something to watch for tonight.
How about some key guys on the McCort end?
Absolutely. I mean, Mark Pasniak, like you mentioned, is a key player for us. He has 7 goals, 10 assists for 17 points. Zahar Brendan, 18 goals, 10 assists, 28 points. He's just off to a tremendous start. And then Ben Canizero, 6 goals, 11 points. I've been down to a lot of the games, and he is due to break out and have a big game, and I think that could be tonight.
Well, let's hope that that is accurate. And we do want to thank Mr. Hornick for getting us all set up here, doing a great job, and we do appreciate that. We're going to probably get the national anthem here shortly, but we want to give some shout-outs. Shout out to those who protect and serve, our military, law enforcement, first responders, trainers, team doctors, all those people that keep us safe each and every day. We want to give them a shout out here. And with that being said, we do want to, before the national anthem, do an Advent prayer. It is Advent season, and as we get into the third week of Advent, Lord God, may we, your people who look forward to the birthday of Christ, experience the joy of salvation and celebrate that feast with love and thanksgiving. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. And here we go, Coach. Both teams are going to line up. We're going to get the national anthem. We're going to go quiet and pay great respect to our great nation. And there you have it, folks. We've got Coach Hornick wired up with his headset and mic, so he's welcome to join in anytime that he feels he wants to add 2 cents to this whole broadcast here. Former offensive lineman, though. We got 2 officials on the ice for this evening, and I was hoping to get their names. They usually have their names on the back of their jerseys, don't they?
So I know one personally. That's Connor Schaefer, who's looking like he's about to drop the puck at center ice for the faceoff. I do not have the name of the other one, but maybe something we can pick up along the broadcast and give them a shout out as well.
We won't be able to holler his name out whenever we don't think he's doing a good job. Okay.
I'm sure they'll be great.
We're just kidding, Mr. Officials. We're just kidding. Okay.
Logan Colella is going to start the game in net, number 29. So he has 10 games played and a .906 save percentage, 1 shutout. Really having a tremendous season. And then obviously with AJ in net, Charavelli for us, he's just a tremendous goaltender. I have a lot of respect for him. Great kid that I get to see around the schoolhouse. So should definitely, like you said, I think that's a key to look out for is how good the goaltending can be today.
And we know that you can see it, you can hear us. We're not going to over-talk the play-by-play here. We're going to give you a chance to watch a game. Well, Bethel Park captures that opening salvo. They get a shot on goal, but our goaltender, Sarah Valley, was right on it. And so here we go. Face-off in McCourt's defensive end. Bethel Park's offensive end. Little scrum for the puck.
Uh-oh. Big save by Sheriff Valley there.
Crushers can't get it out of their end, and now they finally clear it. And that was one of Coach's keys to the game, Boston, about not being on defense for extended periods of time.
Yeah, that's definitely not the first 40 seconds you want if you're the Crushers, but they are able to get out. And one of the big things I'll take away from that first 40 seconds is Bethel Park was very aggressive on that forecheck, had 2 guys in deep. We call that a 2-1-2 system where they're going to try to be puck hounds. They're going to be on it kind of right from the jump. So something to look out for. Definitely want to control and be able to kind of get past that first line of forecheckers, opens up some of the space. So interesting to see how McCourt's able to kind of match that.
Crushers struggling to get the puck in their offensive end. Finally get it in there, but little shot on goal.
That was Jordan Stormer there with a good chance. So nice to see the Crushers finally getting on the shot board to start this game.
Bethel Park controlling the action here this evening, early in the contest.
Oh, another big shot, another big save by Charavelli.
AJ standing tall down there early in this contest.
Got a Bethel kid down. He's slowly getting up. He's working his way to the bench. That was number 23, Dylan Hartman.
Bethel Park controlling the action early in this ice hockey contest, this PIHL. Big game between these two schools.
Oh, big shot, big save.
Sheriff Valley standing tall down there. He's already taken how many shots there? He's already taken, I believe, 5 shots on goal and stopped them all.
They've been good ones. They've had some good opportunities there. That last one was from Lucas Bombich, and I mean he was in a great position to score. And
well, for a team that their bus arrived late, Boston, they have a little jump in their step, do they not?
And that was almost too many men. McCort got caught. Kind of like Art, again, another key to the game was being able to get lines off and get lines on, and they almost got in trouble there, but they're able to survive it. good, smart play by the defenseman to let that puck pass, not playing it and not taking too many men on the ice.
Coach, getting lines on and off, and even like when you pull the goalie, those there's an art form to all that, is there not? I mean, it just doesn't happen.
Absolutely. It's a very detailed process of knowing who you have, a lot of communication, and again, not like your typical other sports where football there's an end of play, or basketball you have to take a whistle to sub people out. This is all on the fly, and again, that's a lot of communication and a lot that goes into that. Something that's certainly practiced over time. So for these guys, it's second nature. But when you're watching it for maybe a first time, it really can be confusing. And again, any lack of communication can ultimately cost you, because you get on the ice a little early or and end up in the penalty box. That's bad news.
Hey, our good friend Mike Bako stopped up here to the press box. We say hello to Mike. He's here to give Mr. Hornick some moral support, I think.
Always great to have him in the building. Brindov with a great move and a nice save there by Colella.
That's that's McCourt's second shot on goal, and Love rapidly moving first period. 12:48 left, and just for our fans, just so we know, we always start with 17-minute periods.
17-minute periods
in the PIHL at the varsity level.
That is right. 17 minutes, and then they'll get an extended break after the second period. So it's
some decent passing there by McCort to try to get a shot off, but number 27 playing some great defense for Bethel Park. That's Owen Richter.
Yeah, it was great. Great play by him to get in that shot lane. Mark Pasniak, who again has tremendous stats already. With 17 points, you definitely won't want to give him space there, and you get in the shot lane and you're able to block a shot.
Bethel Park wins that faceoff, and when you get a chance, Coach, let's talk about the importance of faceoffs and why they are important, okay? Maybe this would be a good time right now.
Yeah, absolutely, as we got one coming up right outside the Crushers' defensive zone. I mean, faceoffs, in a hockey game, there's a lot of them. You'd be amazed how many actually transpire over the course of a game, but being able to get that possession and basically force the other team to take it away from you. It just puts you in the driver's seat. And although, sometimes they're 50-50 pucks, if you can be in the plus side of the face-off percentage, it's amazing how much easier it is to control the game.
Another nice save by our goaltender, Sheriff Alley.
He's off to a great start. Bethel Park doing a really, really good job of crowding the net. They're definitely not making his job easy, but he's been up to the task the entire way. What a move by Brendan off the side of the net.
Wow. We had our chance there, Coach.
And it looks like Bethel Park will ice it, but it won't go the length of the ice, so it will not be icing. And McCort will have an opportunity here to a little bit of time in the defensive zone, and they'll try to get it up fast. They do, and it goes all the way down, not icing because it hit off a Bethel Park player. And a scary turnover there. Canizero in a great spot, and he just misses the net.
Well, we got a couple shots on goal here
and
now.
We're going to have a penalty on Bethel Park.
Well, that's a nice save by their goaltender there, Boston.
Colella, yeah, that's a great save. Right in tight, Mark Pasniak again with 17 points, got a great opportunity. But here we are going to have a McCort power play. So
set it up, Coach, set it up.
We have 11 minutes here in the first period, and like we had mentioned, special teams is going to be tremendously important. And, that last shift, a lot of McCort momentum. Not surprising that Bethel Park has to go and take a penalty to try to slow down ultimately.
Kind of in reverse of like what Coach McQuillan talked about. They were in their defensive end a long time, and they had to stop the play somehow, some way.
Absolutely, yeah. Just a big effort from McCort there. A great shift, really led by Pasniak. Canizero with some really good plays as well. So definitely putting the pressure on as Pasniak looked for a backdoor tap in there, but a great stick by Bethel Park defenseman. I didn't quite see who it was. I think it was Kellen Jones, who's able to deflect that puck into the stands and get a little whistle here.
A minute and 57 seconds left on the power play for the Crushers as there's another face-off in their offensive end.
Yeah, we talked about the importance of face-offs, but when you're on the power play, even more so, because if you lose that and the Bethel Park's able to clear it, I mean, it takes about 15, 20 seconds if you're lucky to get the puck back in the zone, and that's definitely not time you want to waste on the power play.
They get it out, and the Crushers have to regroup.
A really aggressive forecheck here by Bethel Park. But here comes an opportunity for McCort. Oh, no. Turnover through the neutral zone. Bethel Park's able to get it the whole way down. So just like we talked about, that puck heads down with about 125 remaining on the power play. And, McCourt's still behind their net.
That was
10 seconds later.
That was Kellen Jones, a defenseman for Bethel Park, who made a nice play. And
he really did. Brendan coming down. Again, Bethel Park doing a really good job defensively of forcing these crusher attackers to the outside, not really giving them the angle to get to the front.
They seem like they're crowding the net around their goaltender.
Absolutely. They have faith in him. He obviously, again, has another great save there. The stats to kind of back it up where you feel confident in giving him shots from the outside. As a goalie, the last thing you want is for something to come right down Broadway. So what they're doing is they're really kind of holding that middle ground, allowing the crushers a little bit of space to work on the outside. I think if you're McCort here, what you got to be trying to do is really just put a shoulder down, protect the puck, try to get it to inside the dot lanes that we talk about in hockey all the time to get a really good opportunity from that.
Crushers have really changed the momentum with this power play now. If they could cash in, that would be just huge.
That would be.
Keep it in there.
That will go all the way down with 34 seconds left. They might have one more rush here.
Yeah, I think we can regroup one more time and get another rush here, Coach. Well, the Crushers on the front end of this power play did a real nice job, but now Bethel Park kind of just keeps dumping it back in our end, and they're running time off the power play, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. We might be able to get one more rush on him here.
Here he comes out of the box. So we're back to even strength. Don't get a goal from it, but like you had mentioned, we're definitely setting the momentum with this power play opportunity, and we'll see here if we can kind of keep it going. Obviously, every power play you want to score, but that's not really how it works. Even really tremendous power play units are only about 25% on average. That's a high end, so not going to be successful every time. But that was a really good first power play of the day. Get some momentum and hopefully kind of turn the tides of this game.
Both goaltenders standing tall in this first period. Bethel Park and Bishop McCort battling out for a place in the standings. You want to try to finish in those top four at the end of the season, because those will be the four teams that actually host in the first round.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really important. And with it just coming right down to the wire now with these two teams, and even the teams surrounding Bishop McCort and Bethel Park kind of all being right around there makes again. December night, but has a lot of huge implications, especially last time I believe that these two teams will play each other. So that's another really important note that,
the way the standings are, if they would finish that way, there's an opportunity we would definitely play them.
Oh, absolutely,
and
yeah.
You don't want to travel there. You want them to come here.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. That trip to Bethel Park we've made plenty of times. I'm sure most hockey players from around the area probably have, and definitely one you'd rather have them on the bus.
Both goaltenders seeing the puck really well. You would know all about that, Boston. Okay.
Yeah, put the pads on for a long time, and we were able to have some good teams, and we had some down years as well. But one of the big things I always liked is getting off to a good start, and absolutely both of these goalies have made some huge saves early in the game, so they both got to be feeling pretty good. So we'll see who can crack one open first.
8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first period. The clock is now moving. Bethel Park has 6 shots on goal. The Crushers have 5, and it's been a hotly contested game. Bethel Park captured the momentum early, and we've now kind of regained that momentum, and now we are on the offensive end. Now we're putting some shots on him anyway. That's important. Can't score if you don't shoot the puck.
Absolutely, yeah, hitting the net. We had a few earlier that missed the net, and you really want those chances back after you put one just wide, but with good goalies, that's going to be something I think we might see today. People trying to get a little too fine, pick corners, and ultimately miss the net. And like you said, it doesn't have a chance unless it hits them. So
I want to get some thank yous in here real quickly. We want to thank Bethel Park for all their help, and of course Coach McQuillan, Erica Stripmatter, Tom Smith, Mary Luna, Chris Fowl, John DeFazio for their help on our end.
Oh, and we got a goal.
Oh boy, got a little breakaway. Bethel Park gets a breakaway. He puts it in the
that's Jack Hartman, his third of the year.
And so Bethel Park now leads 1-0, and You can't let people run around in the middle of the ice and get the puck and take it on your goaltender. You just can't do that.
That actually comes back to the offensive zone. You get possession after a face-off, and ultimately what ends up happening is shots getting blocked. So like we've seen a few times here and you've mentioned, Bethel Park really doing a good job of getting in shooting lanes. What you need to realize as an offensive player is you can't put it through somebody, right? And if they're going to block shots and have them go the other way, you're normally standing flat-footed. It gives them the opportunity. And that's a huge play by Jack Hartman to be able to not only block that shot, be able to then pick up the puck, take it the length of the ice, and just a really nice finish. Sharavelli really didn't have a chance on that one. Oh, and a great save by Colella.
Wow, that was a great save. Left glove save with the left hand there, huh?
Yeah, through a little traffic too. Hard to see, and he made that look really routine.
So from a goaltender standpoint, like, you don't always see the whole puck, correct? I mean, sometimes you just pick up bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, a lot of time it comes down to positioning. There's times in goaltending where you might not see it at all, but you're kind of trusting putting yourself in what we call a blocking position where you're just trying to take up.
Bethel Park in a 2-on-1.
Oh, and they missed the net. That was a great chance there. Artem Blinoff, number 4 for the Crushers. Just a really fun defenseman to watch. He did a great job there of his skating ability in the defensive zone and his ability to break pucks out by himself is tremendous. And a lot of small details. You'll probably hear me say his name a bunch today. He kind of makes guys look silly sometimes on the forecheck.
Well, I'll tell you what, this first quarter moving pretty fast there, Boston. 6:35, and the clock is moving here in this first period.
Really even game. It started a lot with Bethel Park. McCort kind of answered it, and right now we've had some back and forth with obviously Bethel Park able to get the goal. But if you're the Crushers right now, it's not time to panic. You just want to continue playing the game and wait for your opportunities. Keep crashing the net, and again, hopefully we can get one by a hot goaltender and Colella.
Well, the Crushers are able to get it into their offensive end, and they're going to be able to make some changes here. Both teams are been putting players on and off the ice very efficiently, Boston.
Nice save there.
Sharavelli, another nice save. And I believe that was number 11 for Bethel Park, Kai Decker, a freshman forward who came up with that puck and put it on goal.
Yeah, he's actually he's another one having a great year. 9 total points, 5 goals. And again, that's really impressive numbers for a freshman.
I believe he's only a freshman. I think he's only a freshman.
Yes, he is. Yeah, that's really, really impressive. Great skater.
Crushers are able to control the faceoff. Then Bethel Park steals it in behind the goal. Crushers are able to clear it. Going to be an icing call. It's going to come back down on this end. Hey, Boston, while I get a chance here, some of the corporate sponsors for Bishop McCort 2025-26, Ameriserve Financial, Walker Cooper Family Dental Center, Laurel Auto Group, HF Lens Company, and Allegheny Orthodontic Associates, Martellus Pharmacy, Redefined Advisors. And they're having a discussion over there. They clarifying who had the assist, you think, there, Coach?
No, actually, they were clock ran a little bit long after the icing call. I think we just forgot to press a button, so they're just going to go ahead real quick and reset it, and we'll be back to
5:15.
Yeah, I think they said they wanted to go to 5:30 is what I heard.
Okay, 5:30, and it's the Blackhawks 1 and the Crushers 0 here, 5:27, 5:26 on a moving clock in the first period. Crushers got to answer the bell here. We got to tie this thing up.
Oh, what a save. Great shot by Isaiah Lieb. 2 saves by Logan Colella.
At this point,
really make a great effort.
Both goaltenders standing tall at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, only a breakaway so far that's been able to get past Sharavelli. And like I said, just a really nice finish on that goal by Hartman. Great opportunity there from Lee. I know he's going to want that one back, but that's an even better save by Colella.
A few more of our corporate sponsors: Senior Life, McEnany Brothers, Met's Culinary Service, WJC TV, and Nico's Restaurant.
Can't thank them enough. They do an awful lot for our school and getting to be there every day and seeing the impact they have on not only our athletic programs, but just the attitude in the schoolhouse in general. It's really nice to have these corporate sponsors on our side.
The one thing we haven't been able to do offensively is when we get the puck in behind the net, we always have somebody there in front of the net, but we can't get the puck to them.
Yeah, that's Bethel Park doing a really good job of kind of protecting what we refer to in hockey as the house, that kind of middle ice area, specifically right in front of a goalie that you just don't want pucks to get to. Very hard to score from behind the net, obviously, so by not allowing that puck to transition to the front, putting your goaltender and your defense in a really good spot, and they've done a good job of that. So hopefully McCort, need to kind of continue to move around. I'd like to see a little bit more movement, I think, in that offensive zone, maybe a couple slashes through just to try to open some guys up. Make Bethel Park really, really work if they're going to cover you. Kind of like man coverage in football. If you can focus on one guy, creating some separation. Oh, big hit there. Marcus Anderson. But a turnover, and the defenseman was covering. Oh. Who's that?
Can't turn it over in front of your net.
Emerson Fost, he had a great opportunity there, just kind of overskated the puck. One of those unfortunate bounces if you're Bethel Park, but a good break for our Crushers. Canizero able to keep it in for a minute. Now it comes out to the neutral zone, but he's going to throw it back in deep. Court changes their defensive core. But their forwards are in there to see if we can get some turnover. We do not, and now we got numbers for Bethel Park.
Nice defensive play by number 2 for the Crushers.
Connor Hewitt.
Hewitt.
Another, he's a junior for us, but he's been tremendous this year. A lot of fun to watch. A lot of growth.
Oh, goodness.
Great save.
Oh.
Great opportunity.
Their goaltender is just doing a great job here this evening.
He really is. That was a great shot.
We've actually have 10 shots on goal, and they only have 8 at this point. So, we've got to keep the momentum going. Got to keep putting shots on them, Boston.
And it looks like here we're going to have a penalty on the Crushers. Zahar Brendan looked like he had a late finish on a hit, so he's going to get interference. And if looks like he's pleading his case, got to be careful of not taking an extra one.
Number 22 for the Crushers going to the penalty box.
Yeah, Zahar Brendan. I didn't really see what happened there. It looked like it happened right in front of our bench, which is almost kind of right in front of where we stand, so hard to see.
So now the Crushers penalty kill unit's got to stand tall. It's a 2-minute penalty for Bethel Park as they have the one-man advantage at this time.
Well, we had not too long ago a power play that really changed the momentum of this game in turn for the Crushers. And obviously a penalty kill is the last place on earth you want to be in a hockey game. But the opportunity does present itself for a little bit of momentum. And as we wind the last 3 minutes here of this first period, maybe a great opportunity for the Crushers to really reestablish kind of some pressure. And they do a great job there by getting an early clear.
Boston, from a coach's standpoint, like a penalty kill unit, are they a uniquely group of guys, or do you put your best guys out there? How do you do that from a coach's standpoint?
So that's a great question, and it's actually really interesting. A bad bounce and just a loose turnover puts that puck right on the stick of Kai Decker, and the freshman's able to bury one. Just a bad turnover.
2-0, Bethel Park. And
yeah, that's
continue
exactly
to
what
talk
you wanted.
about that, about like a penalty kill unit. From a coach's point of view, how do you put that together?
Yeah, so, the biggest thing is, it's not like a special teams unit in football where it might be a different set of guys. You probably have your core group that you rely on to kill the penalties, but the biggest thing is a lot of times it's got to match the same system and the same kind of role that you have 5-on-5. So if you're a really aggressive team, you can play your penalty kill a little bit more aggressive. If you're a little bit more passive and a little bit more of controlling pucks, you can do that as well. So you can certainly use anybody. I think it's about finding that kind of perfect balance. They actually had a really good kill there, and it ends up just being a bad bounce and a turnover. But we'll hopefully be able to get some momentum back here as we have 2 minutes in the first.
We're back to action here. It's Bethel Park 2 and Bishop McCort 0.
Oh, that was a great save there. Great shot on net, and who's that number 9 for them, Nate Alberg, able to get a stick on it and make Charavelli work.
Crushers need to answer the bell here.
Just a great job by Spencer Kabbalah there. A sophomore able to just really go. I mean, he still has a puck in the corner. He's doing a tremendous job. Allowed McCort to change. Allows him to get some fresh bodies out there, all while maintaining possession in the offensive zone. And that was all Kabbalah. But here Bethel Park comes the other way.
Well, they had a 3-on-2, but they just dump it into their offensive end. I think they wanted to make a change here, and that's exactly what they did.
Kabbalah had them stuck in their defensive zone for too long. They needed it off. A really smart play by Bethel Park there. If you have the lead, why risk it? Here's a chance. Let's try to get this on net. Oh, another save by Coella on Canizero. Had some numbers there, just not really able to get it to the guys that I think we were looking for. Again, credit to Bethel Park, just clogging up some passing lanes and making things difficult.
50 seconds left here in the first period. Clock is moving.
Again, there's our
I'll
team
tell you what,
off.
Bethel Park does not allow the puck to go down the ice easy. They contest the puck all over the ice.
Yeah, they do a really good job of having kind of a system here that's really just clogs up. They kind of transition from a 2-1-2 that we saw earlier where they were a little bit more aggressive to a 1-2-2, which kind of clogs up that second passing option, as we've seen McCort really struggle to kind of be able to connect with multiple. 15 seconds here, puck in the zone, but it bounces out to the neutral zone. And if you're McCort here, one more chance maybe. Looks like Bethel Park will break that up and be able to take us to the second period with a 2-0 lead over the Crushers. 1 second left, and they will not get a shot off.
Hey, Mr. DeFazio has sent us a wrestling score from Richland, and it's a Bishop McCort 68, Richland 6. So go get them, wrestlers, and we're going to take a break. Take a time out from friends of the Crushers Sports Network.
Age your way and stay in the comfort of your home. Get medical care and so much more with the help of Senior Life. We offer customized health plans where seniors can access our life, health, and wellness centers and in-home care service. No out-of-pocket costs for those who qualify. Check your eligibility. Visit seniorlifepa.com. Age your way in your home with Senior Life.
No matter the season, we're always in full swing. When it comes to cutting-edge orthopedics and sports medicine, Conema Health System is your winning team. This all-star team is scrubbed and ready all year round. Whether you're sidelined by a sports injury, undergoing surgery, or dealing with a traumatic injury, Conema's team will get you back in the game. From life-saving trauma care to advanced orthopedic procedures, we're here to get you back to your best, no matter what life throws your way. Our MVPs, our surgeons, performing at their peak when every second counts. And our playmakers, those who make the valuable assists, our practitioners, our nurses, and our staff, ensuring you get the best care and stay on track toward your optimal recovery. When your health and mobility are on the line, we provide championship-level care because your health is our victory.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network, the Dream Team, the Stream Team. We're switching ends to start the second period. The Bethel Park Blackhawks 2 and our Bishop McCort Crushers 0 to start the second period. We got to make some hay here, Boston.
Absolutely, big period here. Try to push back, and with Bethel Park rolling 4 lines, going to be really difficult, but ultimately something I think the Crushers are up for the challenge. Interesting stat I stumbled across today when I was doing a little bit of research on Bethel Park. Outscoring opponents in the second period, 14-4. So for whatever reason,
we don't want that to happen.
I know. For whatever reason, they play real well in the second. Crushers are certainly going to have to bring kind of some energy to make sure that's not the case today. But
good hustle on defense for the Crushers. Number 27, Marcus Anderson back there hustling on D. Crushers trying to get it out of their offensive end.
Here it comes with Stormer working up the ice, but a good solid effort there by number 12, Calvin Kirsten, it looks like, on Bethel Park, able to break that out, but they're ultimately going to ice it. So we'll
icing
get
call.
end-zone face-off.
And, we're going to be in the neutral zone, right? Or is it going to be on
it's going to go all the way down.
It's going to be all the way down here. And the face-offs to this point, they seem like it's been even Stevens. Nobody seems to be dominating the face-off.
Yeah, again, it's one of those weird things. I don't know the statistics on a jump ball in basketball per se, but even the best centers in the NHL, we're all Crosby fans around here, so as him being a dominant center as he's been, it's really only about 60%. 60% of face-off wins puts you in that really elite category of face-off percentage. So there is really a lot of chance to it. The other big thing that I think a lot of teams overlook is it's not just your center. Yes, your center can win it clean, and those are the ones you sometimes see on a highlight reel, but your wingers being able to really jump on loose pucks. Because, again, a lot of sticks moving and a lot of crowds around these face-offs, but who can have the support come quick? And then, sometimes it's just getting a good bounce. Like
Crushers won that face-off in their offensive end, but they couldn't keep it in the offensive zone. And now we've got another whistle here.
That's going to be offsides, it looks like.
So the face-off's going to come out to the neutral zone, correct?
Yes. Pasniak was just a little bit too eager to join that rush and ends up getting caught about a foot or two offsides.
Speaking of face-offs, and it looks like the Crushers are going to gain possession of this one. And, you just mentioned that about how the other guys are part of the face-off. You win it, they got to get the puck.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a lot of times it'll be loose, and then you see a lot of winger support having to kind of come in, and you'll see defensemen in the defensive zone trying to prevent the other team. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into it. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. But I would right now give the Crushers the advantage in the face-off department. But, again, being able to turn that into offensive zone time is going to be key.
Crusher defense did a great job in that series.
Zahar doing a great job working all the way down the ice.
He's still after it.
He's going to lose it there. Pasniak holding it. Backhand.
We had an opportunity. You just hit the post and it went wide.
No,
you got to step in there and get that one, right?
That was just a tough decision that had to be made, and he ultimately, I think, was just trying to.
Sometimes the conservative decision is the right decision.
Yeah, he actually made a good play there. His defensive partner had already pinched on the other side. He probably would have been the first one there, but in the off chance he's not, that would have been some really bad numbers coming down on Charavelli. So, again. Despite what I said.
Nice defense by number 2 and number 4 for the Crushers. That's Connor Hewitt and Art Blinoff.
Yeah, despite what I said earlier, it looks like McCort really went out and kind of set the tone the first 3 minutes of the second period. Obviously, that one that hit the post, just a tough bounce. But I really like their momentum in the first 3 minutes here as they're able to get the puck all the way down, get guys off the ice, and they're going to forecheck here. And then Bethel Park able to do the same thing. Kind of see that stretch pass option being used for both teams, really kind of keeping the ice long. And if you're McCort here, I'd like to see our D skate this puck just a little bit more. And instead, they're going to ice it. Not a bad play there.
So he did that purposely,
He
correct?
did that on purposely. That makes a little bit more sense as to what they were doing. Second period, benches on the opposite side. What becomes really difficult for defensemen, we talked about it with Coach Art, being able to get off the ice. And Artem, very, very smart hockey player. He realizes that he's exhausted, probably been out there for close to 2 minutes. We'll take the in-zone face-off in exchange for getting 2 new defensemen on the ice. And that's a really heads-up play.
I think overall we've skated with Bethel Park. We just can't put it in the net.
No, yeah, it's been.
There's a third goal for Bethel Park.
Wait a second.
Wait,
we have a referee calling it off right now.
No goal.
No goal.
We'll take that call.
Yeah, that one's going to come back.
12 minutes and 55 seconds left in this second period. And the scoreboard says Bethel Park 3, McCort 0, but now the officials are discussing whether that goal actually will count or not.
And they're going to say no, but what's also strange here is it looks like they're taking Marcus Anderson to the box.
Now let me ask you this question. Could they have made the call against him, which would have made the play dead, and then the goal doesn't count? Would that work that way, Boston? Or does the play continue to play even after they make the penalty call?
So if they were to call a penalty on Marcus Anderson, which it appears they did, he's sitting in the box and he has 2 minutes up on the board, the only way that whistle would be blown would be full possession of the puck from the Crushers. And I did not see that in the defensive zone. Charavelli actually did make a save. Okay, so no goal, and what the ref just called up to the press box and what he's going to signal here, these are matching penalties. So matching penalties, there will be no time on the clock. The game will remain 5-on-5. These two individuals, so it'll be Marcus Anderson for us, and it looks like number 25 skating off the ice, Luke Foth, are going to get matching penalties. So that is why that whistle was blown, because they had a penalty. If they're matching penalties, both teams get one. The ref's just going to blow the whistle, normally try to break them up. It looked like there was some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Ref blows the whistle, says, hey, I'm taking both of you to the box. And good news for the Crusher, that happens a couple minutes before a goal.
And I think that's good officiating.
I think that was a great call.
I think officials send the message, you guys want to be knuckleheads, then you can go over and sit in the box and be knuckleheads.
Absolutely. That looked like it was both ways. There was some pushing and shoving, trying to maintain that net front position. Ultimately gets a little bit out of control.
That goal being taken off the board was just huge in this contest here in the second period.
Absolutely. Let's hope that, again, hockey, a lot of momentum goes in and out of it. Hopefully McCort can use that good break and make this a one-goal game here before too long.
Crusher's got a little rush going on here. Goalie steps out, makes a great play on that one, Boston.
Yeah, Koala able to clear the whole
got it completely out of his defensive end.
Yeah, that's a great play. Goalies that can play the puck are just such an advantage for your defensemen being able to just really help and kind of eliminate
I like when goalies get behind their goal and they'll, send it one way or the other to one of their players, and then they'll block the guy coming.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm very familiar with it. A lot of strategy goes into what goalies, because again, goalies are off limits. Hockey is a pretty physical game, but there's a rule kind of built around goaltenders where, despite having the most padding in the world, can't be touched. So you got to be really careful, and a lot of times they might intentionally put themselves in harm's way and make it look a little
and be in
extra.
the way.
Yeah,
and be in the way.
Just kind of stand in the right spot and really let your presence known, because, again, some of these forwards who have all the speed in the world, all of a sudden you turn around, you got a big goalie with a bunch of funky pads standing right in front of you. It makes it hard to get out of the way.
How about a couple more corporate sponsors? Paros Financial, Young Guns Wrestling Club, First Summit Bank, Sunseekers Tanning Studios, Game Day Apparel, and The Haven. Thank you, corporate sponsors.
Oh, big save by Charavelli there. Just another turnover, and what's got to be frustrating if you're Charavelli or some of the McCort coaches right now is these turnovers have already cost you a goal, have allowed for some real offensive zone possession, and kind of the opposite of what we saw the first period. First period, we have Bethel Park with all the momentum in the world to start, and then McCort goes and answers it and kind of changes the bell. McCort in the second period, I had mentioned, first 4 minutes of the period, really dominating, and then all of a sudden that flips on its head. And unfortunately, it looks like what we got here is a penalty on McCort. Looks like it's going to be 2 minutes for cross-checking. And
now
that's
the other two guys,
Park.
the other two guys that are in there now, did they get 2 minutes? Is that what they got?
Yep, they got 2 minutes. And the reason you won't see it on the board is because there is no power play, so they won't have a countdown. And also, they won't be released from the box until that 2 minutes has gone by, and then there's a whistle.
There has to be a stoppage of play,
There has to be
right?
a stoppage of play because it's 5-on-5. Obviously, unless you would ever pull the goalie, there can never be more than 6 skaters at a time, so they wouldn't let both of them out. They both have to sit until there's a whistle.
I always tried to figure out how I could get 7, 8 skaters out there. Okay?
Yeah. I'm telling you, when McCourt's rolling, sometimes it looks like they do have that. Same with Bethel Park here today. When they're playing well, it looks like they got a couple extra bodies out there.
Well, Bethel Park on the power play. A minute and 35 seconds on the power play, and the clock is moving. 11:06, 11:05 left in the period. The Crushers are able to clear the ice and take it down and get a shot on goal. Short-handed, that would have been that's a big play there, but then here comes Bethel Park coming the other way.
That was a really heads-up play by Logan Coella in net. He actually had that puck covered, but he's able to kick it out, and he realizes that Zahar, big save there, loose puck in front, they're able to ice it. He realized that Zahar, when he put that puck on net, actually skated behind the net. He realized that he had more guys in front of him than we would have had McCort players. So he gives that puck to his defenseman and ultimately lets him kind of lead the rush, and they got a great chance from it. That's a really
45 seconds left on the power play for Bethel Park. 10-14, 10-13 left in the second period. Bethel Park 2, the Crushers 0. Crushers trying to fight off a shorthanded. Bethel Park's on the power play.
Puck out to the neutral zone. There's 5 seconds left here on the Bethel Park power play, so that'll wind down. That's a good kill, but again, we talked earlier, penalty kill being able to give you some momentum. As this game gets a little bit later, and from what I've seen with Bethel Park being able to really use all 4 of their lines, McCort really kind of being handcuffed to using 3, penalty kills are something that we got to be careful of, because you get away with it there, but you definitely make some of your key players work a little bit harder for 2 minutes, and I just hope that's not something that fatigues them for the rest of the second period.
9:10, 9:09 left in the second period. Bethel Park 2, Bishop McCort 0. Shots on goal, Bethel Park 16, Bishop McCort 13. And here comes Bethel Park. They got the numbers a little bit. Saravelli makes another nice save, and Bethel Park is able to keep the puck in their offensive end, the Crushers' defensive end. And now the Crushers are able to get it into neutral ice, and Bethel Park takes control of the puck. Crushers trying to put some pressure on Bethel Park, kind of like the full court press, so to say, in basketball.
Yeah, pretty good forecheck there. And again, just like we mentioned, last 5 minutes kind of going Bethel Park's way. How can McCort change it? And being able to maintain some offensive zone time would be huge, but rather 2-on-1, big save by Saravelli.
Here we go. Come on.
Pass.
Come on. Let's get a shot on goal here.
Again, just a really good defensive play by Bethel Park there to keep Zahar to the outside. That puck's off the side of the net. And again, just lately haven't had, besides the one that we got off the post early in the second period, just have not been able to find really the center of the ice. And looks like there will be puck out of play, so we'll see our two.
Those two guys will come out of the penalty box, and some more friends of the Crusher Sports Record, some corporate sponsors: McElwain Bus and Charter, Thomas Buick GMC, Rizzo's Restaurant, Bread Insurance, Formica's Kitchen Design and Contracting, Randy's Bilo, and Bread Insurance. And we've got a face-off in our defensive end. Bethel Park is able to control it, get a shot on goal. Saravelli's able to stop it, and the Crushers chasing it around, trying to get it out of their defensive end.
Yeah, Bethel Park doing a really good job now, just kind of controlling the pace.
Okay, let me ask you this question now. So we dumped it in. There's going to be a face-off. It's going to be icing. In that situation there, it seemed like we could have held on to the puck a little bit longer. Is there any advantage to doing that, or did we want to get it the face-off so we could get players on the ice?
No, it looked like that time we didn't change anybody. I think that was Darius Lieb carrying the puck up. I think, sometimes real hard to when you're skating full speed to kind of locate where you are. So that's just a freshman making an inexperienced mistake that I'm sure the coaches will have a learning opportunity when he gets back to the bench. Biggest thing there is just being able to get it to the red line. Anytime you can get it to the red line and then put that puck in, you can put it behind the net. There's no icing, obviously, once you get over center ice. And I think that would ultimately be, if he could have that back, what he wants to accomplish there. Oh, another
boy.
bad turnover by Vasily there, Smirnoff.
Good hustle defensively there. I believe that for us, that was number 17 getting back on defense, Isaiah Lieb.
Yeah, that was Isaiah Lieb making a really, really good defensive play to kind of make up for a mishap there. And, 6 minutes, 30 seconds, 6 minutes, 29 seconds left here in this second period. If you are McCort, big 6 minutes and 30 seconds here to try to get this back to at least
and some more of our corporate sponsors: Modern Art and Plate Glass, Riemann Auto Sales and Service, the 5th Local Ale House and Eatery, MCS Fabrication and Machining, Capri Restaurant and Catering in Westmont, and Allegheny Field Services, Dean Gindelsberger.
Can't thank them enough. Again, just a real impact that they have on our Crusher community. Team, not a real scoring opportunity there, but that's a really, really heads-up play by Ben Canizero. Another way you can get a little bit of offensive zone time is, hey, put a puck on net, let the goalie cover it, as long as you put a little pressure on him and make sure he's covering. And here you can see Art's going out with the first line. So really heads-up play by Ben there, forcing Bethel Park to take an in-zone face-off, and you're able to get the change and you're able to get your best players on the ice. And with 6 minutes left here, hopefully we can get a scoring opportunity.
Oh, we control this turnover. This face-off. But now Bethel Park gets it back, and now Bethel Park's on the attack. They kick it down the ice. We return the favor. They return the favor. Back and forth, knocking the puck up and down the ice. Good defense there by number 4, Art Blinoff. Oh, go get that thing. Get it. That's it. We got a 2-on-1. Crusher's got a 2-on-1.
Yeah,
yes,
what a goal.
Shot on goal, Crushers, 2-1, number 22 for the Crushers.
Zahar Brendan,
what a shot. Oh, man, what a shot. And the goalie for Bethel Park's been standing tall, much like Saravelli has, but he put that one right past him. I think it kind of went over his right shoulder pad, and I don't know if he even saw that one.
Yeah, that was a blur, an absolute rocket of a shot, and really good job there by Ben Canizero, too. He's not going to show up on the score sheet for that goal, but ultimately what he does is he's driving the back of the net. I think that put a little bit of pressure on Logan Coella. Is he going to pass this? Is he going to shoot it? And listen, if you're not ready for Zahar's shot, you'll blink and you'll miss it, and that's exactly what happened there.
Well, the Crushers have tightened this thing up. It's the Blackhawks 2 and the Crushers 1. 5:28 on a moving clock here in the second period. Crushers got another chance here. Oh,
just
had the right idea, just couldn't make the connection with the pass.
And again, just like that, momentum kind of able to churn. But again, there you got McCort just kind of flying the zone and
And Bethel Park comes back, gets a third goal. They make it 3-1. You get a number on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be number 8. That is number 8. That is Lucas Bombich, a junior, or I'm sorry, a sophomore with a great shot there, and just again a bad turnover that ultimately.
Well, he had 6 points on the season coming in. That's his 7th point, and now Bethel Park is back to that 2-goal advantage with 4:59 left in the second period. The shots on goal: Bethel Park 18, Bishop McCort 15, in a tightly contested PIHL 2A hockey game.
Yeah, that one's gonna sting when we go back and watch that over the course of the next day. I mean, Canizero just has that puck placed behind him. A really good effort by Zahar on what ends up kind of being a weird 2-on-1 where there's a lot of bodies kind of also in the mix. And next thing you know, it ends up coming down the length of the ice and ends up in the Crusher net. So, that's how hockey works sometimes.
We got to get it out of our defensive end here.
And it's back in.
Saravelli with another big stop.
Emerson Fost with a good scoring opportunity there. So
Crushers
we got some numbers here.
Yep.
3-on-2. We need a net drive. Here it comes. And lead. Just a good defensive play.
Kind of hung on to that one too long, don't you think, Boston?
Yeah.
Maybe put it out in front a little bit quicker.
The biggest thing I would have liked to have seen there, and I think if he goes back and is able to rewatch the game, he'll probably agree with too. I know Isaiah pretty well. And he ends up cutting across that blue line. And what that does is actually his brother Darius, who's following him on the rush, and Jordan Stormer. And what they have to do then is they also have to avoid going in to not be offsides. It ends up becoming an issue there because I saw Darius really had to slam on the brakes to hold the blue line. Next thing you know, Isaiah's looking for that support down low. Darius isn't there.
Because, I get it, because he's got to respect the blue line.
Absolutely. So I think I would like to see him just get that over the blue line. It actually might create a little bit more opportunity.
Another face-off in McCourt's offensive zone. Facing it off for the Crushers will be number 5, I believe.
That's Grant
Faribault.
Spencer Cabal in the corner now. Again, he's been doing a great job. He was able to knock that one loose and keep it in the offensive zone. So back to the point, Marcus makes a good play, and we're gonna allow Bethel Park to start skating up. He thought about going there, and again, that was one of those ones we talked about earlier, where a chance you get the puck, but if you miss, a real chance for Bethel Park to do some damage. And I think he realized probably not the best opportunity to score off it.
Oh, nice steal by number 9 for Bethel Park. He puts the shot on goal, but it doesn't get there. Number 9 heads up play. That's Nate Elborg for Bethel Park.
Yeah, really good play there. Able to take it away from Marcus Anderson.
Uh-oh, what do we got here? We're going to get a penalty on number 27. I'll be honest with you. Like, he put his shoulder into him to get the puck. I don't know if I agree with that call. That seems a little ticky-tacky to me.
This is, again, oh, no. He's going to take a two-minute penalty for slashing. And then I also saw the hand gesture for a 10-minute misconduct.
So he's not going to be coming back in to anytime soon, right?
No, he's going to be out for an extended period of time. That's very uncharacteristic of Marcus Anderson, a captain of our team. He's really been put to the test of kind of battling in front. We saw him. He was part of the matching penalties that we had earlier. And, maybe a little bit of frustration, maybe a little bit of kind of fatigue of battling in front of the net. But he ultimately ends up, and we'll see Jordan Stormer, who's going to have to go and serve the 2 minutes.
2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Marcus won't be eligible to return until, what, about
the
10-minute mark of the next period.
Yeah.
So that's a big loss there. I mean, that's their captain. That's a defensive player that McCort definitely likes to have on the ice.
I don't know. That just seemed like a little bit of a ticky-tacky call to me. I didn't see everything that the official saw. Now, he's got a better viewpoint than I do.
Yeah, I think we might have missed the first end of that. I think ultimately where the 2-minute penalty came into play is, a lot of times referees are going to have some type of communication going on with the players. They might be telling them to leave it, drop it, hey, knock it off. And then ultimately it looks like Marcus kind of kept pushing the envelope and is going to get hit with the 2. And, I know Marcus really well as a student. Pretty quiet kid, so I'm amazed he said anything, but maybe just showing a little bit of frustration. And obviously the ref didn't take.
Bethel Park, 1 minute and 23 seconds on their power play. Obviously the clock is moving. The game clock, 2:08, 2:07, 2:06. Crushers down 3-1. They got to hold Bethel Park off here and maybe try to sneak one in before the period ends.
Yeah, just biggest thing is controlling that. Our team's going to do a great job and send that puck down. Not allow for some changes. Looks like Bethel Park's going to get a new group out as well. We got about a minute
46.
left. Minute left on their power play.
Crushers still fighting off Bethel Park's power play, being very aggressive, getting after the puck and not making it easy for Bethel Park to get the puck into their offensive end. Crushers have the puck. They send it back. Now they're going to kick it down into their offensive end. Bethel Park digs it out of the corner there. A little battle going on, and now they're on the rush They've got 3 guys in the offensive end, but now the Crushers take it away, and they're coming away. The Crushers have a 3-on-1. There's a nice pass right back. Oh, get it in there.
Oh, what a save.
Let me say this to you. You can't fault the Crushers there. That was great textbook hockey there, but the goaltender for Bethel Park just made a tough save on us.
And another actually good play, too, by the defenseman. Pasniak went down. They're going to call that a clean hit.
I don't know about that one there either, okay? But I want a little home cooking too.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I agree. But, sometimes.
Oh.
Big save by.
Yeah, Saravelli with 18 seconds keeps them off the board.
Here comes
the Crushers.
Does a great job hitting the trailer. That's Stormer. He's going to get a shot. Big save by Coella.
Good job moving the puck there and getting that shot on goal. Bethel Park, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Big save by Sherivelli.
And that's the end of the second period. Bethel Park 3, Bishop McCort 1. We're going to cut the ice, and we're going to be talking to our guest, Tim Hornick, here between the second and third period. And now we're going to take a timeout for Friends of the Crusher Sports Network.
Day after day, the wheels are in motion. Our experienced team excels in custom designs and precise, skilled craftsmanship. We do it all, from start to finish, with pride in every detail, consistently delivering exceptional results.
While our commitment remains unchanged, much has evolved since our beginnings. We continually integrate new technology to ensure a smooth experience and high-quality finished projects. As certified kitchen designers, our dedication is to making your vision a reality. We bring your dream to life.
At the Laurel Auto Group, we're proud to give you more with the Laurel Advantage. Every new and pre-owned vehicle comes with our complimentary lifetime powertrain protection, windshield repair, paintless dent repair, key fob coverage, and now road hazard tire repair. Potholes, nails, unexpected blowouts, we've got you covered. More convenience, more coverage, more reasons to choose the Laurel Auto Group. Visit us at any one of our 7 locations or at laurelautogroup.com.
For me, being a part of the 6 News team, it's a privilege. It's a responsibility not only to our viewers, but to those who came before us. Always showing up, following leads, getting both sides of the story. It's the foundation of 6 News, knowing we delivered on our promise to you. Coverage you can count on. I'm Jen Johnson. Thanks for choosing 6 News, and thank you for celebrating 75 years of WJAC-TV with us.
Hi guys, how are you?
Experience quality dental care at Family Dental Center. For over 33 years, Dr. John Walker has proudly served the Johnstown area and now welcomes Dr. Jesse Cooper to the practice. Together, they offer gentle, comprehensive care for every member of your family. Bright, confident smiles start here. Call today for your appointment. Family Dental Center, 307 State Street in Southmont.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network, the Dream Team, the Stream Team. We are cutting the ice right now between the second and third periods. It's the Blackhawks, the Bethel Park Blackhawks 3 and your Bishop McCort Crushers 1. And that's going to take us to our guest here this evening. Joining us between the second and third periods is our good friend Tim Hornick. And Tim Hornick is a 2011 Bishop McCort graduate, played football at Bishop McCort, anchoring the offensive line on some great Bishop McCort football teams. He is currently an assistant varsity football coach with the Crushers, who just completed an amazing 12-1 season. He is currently the principal at our Mother of Sorrows Bishop McCort Catholic Elementary School, the West Campus. Welcome, Mr. Hornick.
Thanks, Ralph. Real quick, I just got to say, I think you're working yourself into an early retirement here. We're having Boston on. I think you got to get him on a little more often and stretch the sports out there. I know he coaches baseball, but I'd love to hear him do some football and basketball. It's refreshing. No offense, but it's refreshing hearing that.
I appreciate that, but I think Ralph's he's the GOAT.
Wait a minute now. I am confused now. I'm confused. Did you just throw me under the bus?
No, I said I don't want you into an early retirement.
Okay,
but
okay.
You're clearly training someone here that
let me tell you what.
He's shown a lot of potential here.
Boston and I've done this before. And
sports.
It's a great time.
I hate to say this, but I don't want to mention any other names of some hockey people that have joined me on the air, but Boston's the best of the three, okay? The other guys are fantastic and they know hockey, but Boston just seems to have a little bit more feel. Hey, Tim, you're the principal at Omos West. How's that been going for you? Is the job what you thought it would be?
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm going into year 2 of the position. I'm lucky to have a lot of really great people around me. A lot of administrators. Mr. Woodruff was the former principal at the elementary campus, and I have a really great relationship with him. He coaches our junior high football. He's an assistant on that staff, and he's at our diocesan office, so I have a regular connection with him anytime I need to bounce about ideas. Obviously, you're over at the East Campus there, Ralph, and not to age you, but you got some time in with the gig, so obviously you can be a mentor to me. And there's just a lot of really great people around me, and I'm very fortunate. The faculty and staff we have, it's second to none at the elementary, the high school campus. Working with people like that, it makes our jobs so much easier.
Well, it's Advent season, okay, and at the elementary schools and in any school, that's a hectic time of the year. How are you dealing with that? There's a lot happening here, and I can speak firsthand for that as well, okay?
Yeah, no, it's an exciting time. Year 2, definitely I'm a little more prepared for it. I know going into it last year, one of the first times I heard about a party, I was like, what do you mean a party? We have class. And I'm the elementary world, that's what we do. I came from the high school, and before that, working collegiately. The elementary is busy. We got Santa shop, we got prayer service. We were fortunate enough to have the penance service today. Father Mark and some local pastors came in today and gave our students an opportunity to have confession before the holiday season. Busy times. I'm really excited for our Christmas concert next week. Our pre-K through 3 have been working really hard. We have even as low as 2nd grade up through 12th grade is putting on a concert next Monday down at the high school in the evening. So tons of stuff, but a ton of really, really great stuff.
Well, Tim, as we get past the holidays, are there any initiatives from an educational standpoint? What are some of the things that we do and you do in the elementary to be sure that our students are right on educationally?
Yeah, so, we have a lot of things going on this year. As you know, we implemented at the elementary level what we're calling the innovative learning model, where we adjusted our schedules for our specials. We're very fortunate to offer several specials at Bishop McCort Catholic Elementary, ranging from Spanish to STREAM, computers, music, art. We have it all, and it can make it hard to have a schedule. So this year we implemented an opportunity where instead of rotating throughout the days, we're doing a little bit more intensive model where our teachers are getting an opportunity. They're spending the same amount of time that they would over the course of a year, but into a quarter. So that model is a little bit more intensive, similar to a block schedule, but we're keeping it to the specials. So, going into the halfway point of the season, or the school year, gives us an opportunity. We'll be able to gather some feedback from our faculty and staff, our students, as well as our families, and, see what their thoughts are of the change. And, that way we can evaluate it. We can evaluate what we've done and, recalibrate and, make things better and better as we go forward. And then, we have our assessments that we do to gauge where our students are with their reading and math. And, it's just an exciting time to really see kids grow. Those fundamental years where they really get those building blocks, it's just a really great opportunity to see where they came from the beginning of the school year. And, then we can evaluate where we can get them so we can get them to that next level and have every single kid reach their full potential.
And I'd like to give a shout out to Megan Gordon, the assistant principal who works between West and East, and she had a lot to do with developing the new schedule model so that our kids are much more in tune to the educational process and we're more time on task, so to say, Mr. Hornick.
Absolutely. Her logistical understanding of the elementaries and how they work, it's been an amazing resource to both you and I coming from the high school level where we were. So, she's been an amazing resource. And then, all of our faculty and staff members, the interventionists, the specialists we have, the people we partner with in and out of the building, they do an amazing job.
Well, Mr. Hornick, we really appreciate you joining us here between the second and third period and helping our listeners to understand what's happening at the elementary systems, both on the West Campus and East Campus. Any shout-outs? Anybody out there you want to give a shout-out to?
No, I mean, anybody and everybody, but, if I'm doing anything, I know she's not listening, but obviously you always got to give your mom a shout-out. Mama Hornick, Marianne Hornick, she's in Philadelphia. I'll probably give her a screen grab, record this, and send it to her. That way she knows she got a shout-out. And then, all the Crusher alumni out there that tune in and listen. We had a lot of great hockey teams whenever I was there. I've gotten to watch a lot of great hockey teams since then. A lot of our athletes, our non-athletes, our students into the arts, the academics. So just anyone out there that's a fan of the Crushers, you're my kind of people.
Well, Mr. Hornick, thanks for joining us. We're going to try to get these Crushers hopping here in this third period to get back in this hockey game. And thank you, Mr. Hornick. And we're going to take a break for Friends of the Crusher Sports Network.
Hi guys, how are you?
Experience quality dental care at Family Dental Center. For over 33 years, Dr. John Walker has proudly served the Johnstown area and now welcomes Dr. Jesse Cooper to the practice. Together, they offer gentle, comprehensive care for every member of your family. Bright, confident smiles start here. Call today for your appointment. Family Dental Center, 307 State Street in Southmont.
And we're back on the Crusher Sports Network, the Dream Team, the Stream Team, and the Crushers are down 3-1 to Bethel Park here. We're going to start the third period very shortly. Shots on goal, the Blackhawks 20, the Crushers 19. Boston, it's been a hard-fought game. Both goaltenders have played very well. Your thoughts as we head into this third period? What do the Crushers got to do to get back in it and potentially win it?
Yeah, a lot of kind of swings in momentum here. So I think if you're the Crushers, your focus has got to be coming out and playing a really strong first 5 minutes. Again, I mean, this is a 3-1 game. It's a two-goal game. But if you look at the opportunities that kind of came at the end of the second, it was really just a couple inches away from being 2-2 at one point, and then Bethel Park goes down to make it 3-1. So all about momentum here, being able to find it. I would like to see the Crushers really take to the first 5 minutes of this period. Maybe put some pressure on Bethel Park, maybe force Bethel Park to take some penalties to try and slow them down, ultimately give us a power play opportunity. And the other thing for the Crushers, had a couple chances, one hit the post, one goalie makes a great save on. How are you going to be able to respond and bury one early in this period and give yourself a chance for a one-goal game? Obviously, you don't have to get that game-tying goal until right before the clock strikes, but you got to get one here early to feel like you're giving yourself that momentum opportunity.
You don't want to go down 4-1.
The next one's a big one.
Yeah, the next goal is huge, and we don't mean that despairingly, okay? I still believe that it's going to come down to goaltending.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, if we can put some points on the board and get this thing tied up, I still think it comes down to goaltending. Hey, Mr. DeFazio sending us some information from the Bishop McCort Gymnasium. There are 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in, I believe that's
Bishop McCort and Forest Hills.
Yeah, so Bishop McCort and Forest Hills in boys basketball. Forest Hills 47, Bishop McCort 42, midway through the third period down there. So go get them, boys. Get after those Rangers, and good luck to our basketball team as they head down the stretch here, our boys basketball team. And thank you, John DeFazio, for sharing that information with us. A couple more sponsors that we want to mention: the Boulevard Grill, Conemaugh Health System, Laurel Asphalt, Cambria Roofing and Remodeling, the Independent Catholic Foundation, David J. Weaver, Esquire, Westner Lawn Care, Family Dentistry, Dr. Garver, Flair of Country, The Willow. And I also got to get this in, and I know that it will be tough, but anyway, how about campus ministry at Bishop McCort? The 4 B's: belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding. Living your faith each and every day as a Bishop McCort Crusher. Mrs. Ravetti, Father Crookston, Ellie Dorian, Dylan Dorian, Morgan Casto, Tim Hornick, Mike Bako, Boston Bradley, the entire school and administrative team, building Catholic faith each and every day at Bishop McCort, belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding. And there you have it. And Well, we're going to get ready to drop this puck here, Boston, and let's hope the Crushers can get off to a fast start here in this third period. And we do want to remind our fans, with a McCort win, we will announce the Crusher or the Crushers of the game. So keep that in mind, Boston.
Looking forward to it. Coach Hornick, want to throw you a question here. Surprisingly, just looking over our roster, looks like no football players on this year's hockey team. But when you were here, we saw a lot of success from multi-sport sport athletes. You just watched 2 periods of a pretty competitive hockey game. What characteristics do you see from talented football players that you feel like would translate over to a hockey game well?
Well, he's putting you on the spot, Mr. Hornick.
Well, listen, I'm a big multi-sport athlete guy. I'm going to try to work the camera here while I do this, so we'll see how athletic
put
I
the pressure on you.
It's been a while since I've been athletic. But, I do think there's a lot of translations. I'm, again, big on multi-sport athletes. When I was here, you had guys like Anthony Pioli and Dane DeMonkis were the featured football players that also played hockey. For Dane, it was footwork, agility, vision. He had a sense of the game in every sport he played. The way he saw the field as an athlete, as a football player, I imagine translated to how he saw the ice. And then you get a guy like Anthony Bear Pioli. I know they're both officials in the area now. For hockey. He was a monster. He was big. He was thick, but he was strong. He was physical. Time or two, I may have seen him at the Mellon Arena in the box. I know that's not necessarily when it be, but it was for some physicality that it got the team going. So I know that translates to hockey. And, a big part of it, too, is they're sports that you rely on each other. A lot of times, with hockey and football, it's 11 is 1 in football. It's 6 is 1 in hockey. You have to work as a unit. So I think that's really where it all translates.
Absolutely. I know my dad, when he was at program, was always rooting for the football success. Sometimes ran into the hockey season a little bit, and but again, just really, really talented groups that we had. So thanks for your input on that. I had to put you on the spot, and for you to do that while working the camera, that's impressive.
My experience with Mr. Hornick is you never put him on the spot. He's got an answer for everything.
That's
okay?
right. He does a great job.
He's a bright cookie, though, and I mean that very complimentary. Crushers were controlling it in their offensive end, and now Bethel Park has turned it around, and they've got the puck in their offensive end.
Big save by Sharavelli there. Again, Bethel Park's with a really good shift here, really strong. Christian has the puck. He'll work it back up to the wall.
14:48 left in the third period. The clock is moving. 14 minutes and 43 seconds, 42 seconds. Crushers got to make some hay here early in this third period.
And I think another key point I didn't mention when I was talking about some of the keys of this third period here. If you're McCort, there's 14 minutes left. You're down 2 goals. You just have to be careful not to force a mistake. And sometimes I feel like young defensemen, inexperienced defensemen, we might try to jump in a play and get a offensive opportunity. And those are sometimes when the best chances comes the other way. So obviously you have to be mindful of the clock. But a big thing here is, like we mentioned, you can't give up that 4th goal. So putting yourselves in good positions is really important.
One of the defenders here for Bethel Park just made a nice, he got a pass. Get in there. Get it. Oh,
it's loose.
Where's it at? Where's it at? I thought it went in.
Yeah, behind the net now. Coella,
whenever
another good save.
When you get a pass and you kind of knock it down with your glove, how long are you allowed to keep it in your glove, or do you got to put it on the ice right away?
So different rules for different levels. At the high school level, and also different rules for each zone. As Bethel Park gets a good chance here, but a good defensive play by our team to break it up. So in the defensive zone, you are allowed to catch the puck, and you are allowed to release it to yourself. You can skate with it for, I think it's about 2 strides before they probably blow the whistle, but you can move that puck to anybody you want, including a teammate. Now, if you are in the neutral zone or the offensive zone and you catch that puck, you have to release it to yourself in what they deem as a timely manner. So you can't hold on to it and try to skate around guys.
You can't show it to everybody. You got to
you got it. You can catch it.
You got to keep the play going, right?
You can catch it. You can close your fist on it, but you're going to have to put it down. And at that point, in the neutral zone and the offensive zone, you are only allowed to give it to yourself. If you give it to a teammate, they will blow the whistle. It'll be a hand pass, and it'll be the same as offsides or icing, where there's no penalties or anything like that. But they're going to take a chance to break it up there.
Well, shots on goal. While I'm thinking about it, Boston, I want to thank John DeRoche from the Warm World helping us out here this evening. I forgot to mention that early, and I want to thank John for all the help he gives us to get up here and Wi-Fi and all that good stuff, and we want to thank him.
Just a tremendous impact on the hockey community. He does an awful lot for a lot of programs. So
Bethel Park. Good defensive play there by number 4 for the Crushers.
That's Artem Blinoff.
Blinoff.
He's doing a great job. Like I said, he's statistically not someone that's going to jump off the page at you, but really in the defensive zone is someone who I think is really a backbone of this McCort group, and I'm sure a really, really close friend of Sharavelli because he makes life easy for a goalie.
This third period moving fast, 11:45, 11:44, the game clock moving. Shots on goal, Bethel Park 22, Bishop McCort 21. Bethel Park up 3-1. The Crushers trying to cut it to a 1-goal lead for Bethel Park.
Just sloppy
Little
there.
turnover on our end.
Oh, geez.
Lucky we didn't give one up there.
Yeah, and there's another great chance and another.
Got to get it out of there, fellas. Got to get it out of there.
Yeah, some tired bodies. Huey's going to get it to the red line. We see some forwards trying to go for the change, but we're not going to be able to get everybody.
I think we're only going to get one fresh guy on the ice. That would be 22, Zahir Brendan.
No, he's one that you want out there. He's
exactly.
Puck on his stick.
Yeah. He's going to be tired tonight. He got a lot of ice time tonight.
That he does. And a
great save by Sharavelli. I mean, he's doing his part tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. 24 shots, and they've had some good ones, so he's been able to step up. That was one that you would want to see. That was one that you'd want to see the defenseman be able to get off the ice just a little bit earlier.
Bethel Park comes away with the face-off. We got a little couple fellas saying hello to each other there for the Crushers. And Bethel Park, number 12, Vas Smirnov.
It looks like they're going to take.
They're going to take both of them.
It looks like Vas. Yeah, they're going to take both of them. I think they're going to get Hartman with putting maybe a late slash on Sharavelli, and I think they're going to get Vasily because I don't think he took too kindly to that late whack.
I'm thinking that Anderson should be coming out of that box probably about the 9:53 mark, somewhere in there. Okay.
Yeah, I teach social studies. I'm going to stick in that realm, but that math checks out for me.
Well, I got a C- in math, so just so you know. Oh, get in there. We'll take it any way we can get it.
That we will.
I'll tell you what, another nice save by the Bethel Park goaltender.
Coelho, yeah, he's been great today. Just, not a very does not have the size that someone like Sharavelli has, but really just been in good position all day. Quick reflexes.
I tell you what, we're moving the puck in our offensive end. We just can't get the handle on it and get the shots on goal.
No, and a lot of what we're doing is as we kind of see here again, here comes an opportunity for the Crushers that just forces us to the outside, just not being able to get that puck into really prime scoring opportunities. Even though we are able to move it, we're not quite able to get those scoring opportunities that I think we really want.
Ooh, if we'd have been able to handle that one clean, huh?
Well, Bethel Park is going to take a penalty here, and that's a break for the Crushers because that was what we refer to in hockey as a lost edge. It appears that Zahar, actually of all people, a tremendous skater, was trying so hard to cross over that he ends up actually stepping basically off the side of his edge, slides out from underneath him. Bethel Park player was putting pressure on him at the time, and it really looks like a trip. So they're going to send number 18.
Ezra Kozak is going to
He's going to serve that. It's going to be 2 minutes for tripping. A little bit of a phantom call, but we had some earlier that we feel like the Crushers kind of deserved a power play opportunity. And
here it is.
That's how it works sometimes.
9 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game. The Crushers on a power play. If they can convert, they can cut this lead to 1.
Just a tough opportunity there.
Had the right idea.
That they did. Two good looks there, just not able. Actually, it was Brendan, who doesn't miss often. He wasn't able to get all his stick on it, and then it was actually Mark Pasniak who had another chance going the other way, but ultimately unable to kind of get it. He was just in a weird spot. He's not on his one-timer side, so for him to be able to, he needs a little bit more time than he was able to get there.
A minute 15, a minute 14 on the Crusher penalty. Power play, excuse me.
Gotta get this puck out, and they do.
Got to crank it up here somewhere along the way. See, and Boston, being a guy that never actually played ice hockey in an organized fashion, like sometimes we play around with it too much,
Yeah, you really want to set it up on the power play. You have to be careful, and ultimately what we kind of fell victim to is Isaiah Lieb gets a good shot. It goes the length around the boards, and here's a chance for Bethel Park, number 10. Big save by Saravelli.
Big save by Saravelli.
That was Emerson Foss with a great opportunity. And again,
come on, Crushers, we got to convert here, guys.
Going back to what you said, just trying to be a little bit too fancy with the puck. And you got to be careful right around that blue line because you turn it over and
that's exactly what happens. They're off and running.
Yep. So here we got it set, move it around, look for Huey on the far side. Just not really able to get moving the puck well, like you mentioned, just really not able to get the scoring opportunities from it. Move it to the point. Oh, man. Kind of fumbled the puck, and that will do it. Bethel Park is even, and out of the box, they are able to get a chance, and it's going to be a whistle.
Mr. DeFazio sending up some more pictures from the Bishop McCort gym. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the fourth period. Forest Hills boys basketball team 61. Your Bishop McCort boys basketball team 60. They got a Donnybrook going down over at Bishop McCort, Boston. We got the Donnybrook here, too, if we can get another goal
here.
We
can get one here.
Thanks, Mr. DeFazio. I'm going to get a couple more corporate sponsors here. Puchco Financial, Pizza Man's Pizza, Westwood Floral and Gifts, Mishler Auto Services, House of Smoke, Joey Dell's 2001 Catering, and the Boulevard Grill.
Seven minutes here. Really would like to see the Crushers get one here shortly. And despite, again, having that power play, having what feels like a lot of offensive zone time in this third period, if I'm not mistaken, it's only 2 shots for the Crushers in 10 minutes. And that's one of the things that we mentioned at the beginning of the period is you didn't have to get it right away, but I wanted to see them try to establish some type of pressure. And I think right now we're just getting a little too fine.
I'll tell you what, both teams look like they're a little bit gassed right now. They've put a lot of energy into this hockey game, okay, and people are reaching down now. This is the time to do it. Boston, I don't want to think too far ahead, but pulling the goalie, what would be the philosophy here? 6:25 left in the hockey game. We're down 3-1. What would be the philosophy about pulling the goalie, trying to get the extra skater on?
Yeah, so there's some really interesting strategies that you can use. And I know a lot of times with how fast the game of hockey is, it doesn't always feel like there's opportunities, whereas Coach Hornick and the football team, you're calling plays every opportunity. And, you get in basketball, you might be able to draw something up with a little bit more breaks in the action. Hockey, this is going to be one of the big decisions that comes down to coaching. And there's really 2 schools of thought. You can get them out there early, and what requires you in that scenario is putting
a lot of score. You almost have to score, right?
And you got to maintain pressure because if you pull them, say with 4 minutes left in this game because you're down 2 and you give one up, that's basically game over at that point. If you elect to wait, and I would like to see us get it to 1 here, and I'm a big advocate in kind of waiting till the end and just being able to make one long push. So different for every coaches. We'll see at some of the higher levels when you feel like you can possess the puck a little bit more. Coaches elect to do it a little bit earlier. But I think at the high school level, probably we'll look down 2, I would think the 3-minute mark. If we can get it to 1, I would say closer to about a minute 30.
When you think we should pull the goalie, you jump in there, okay?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on, looks like Coach Tyrell and Coach Lane McQuillan, who roll the defense. They'll probably be the ones that are calling for Sharavelli.
Some more of our corporate sponsors, the Independent Catholic Foundation, Jerry Murphy, Remax Power Associates, CJL Engineering, 814 Lanes and Games, Kurt Nielsen Esquire, and Schaefer Oil.
Now, Boston, let me ask you this. Was there ever a time you skated faster than when you got pulled from the net?
No, I mean that's the one time as a goalie you get to turn on the jets, right? That we don't really have, but it's always funny. You feel like you're flying, and then you might look back at someone who videotapes it, and you're like, man, that looks like a goalie's.
4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the hockey game. Bethel Park 3, Bishop McCort 1. And they've put some shots on goal here because now Bethel Park has 31 shots on goal to Bishop McCort's 21. I think they have maybe 7 shots on goal this period. We only have 1, I think.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2. I think we might have started with 19. And again, I feel like the zone time's been split. It's really just about getting those pucks on net. Sharavelli's been able to make some saves. We just really have not had to test Coella. And again, he's a great goaltender, but you're down 2. We got to find ways to get pucks to the net, and we'll see if they're able to do so here. Blinoff will turn around. He'll head back into our zone with a little bit more space. Pazniak able to get through, get in the middle of the ice. But again, Bethel Park just really in good position.
We got to get them clean. See, we haven't been able to get those passes clean tonight.
No, we have not.
Because you get them clean, that's more shots on goal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was Pazniak in the slot, and Mark Pazniak was 17 points, 7 goals on the year. You'd want him shooting that puck every day of the week, and just not able to catch it cleanly. And again, kind of just the luck of a bouncing puck, and it goes against the Crushers there. But that's another. Again, that was Zahar in what seems to be a pretty good scoring opportunity. I would like to see, as we get underneath 4 minutes here, I would like to see us start actually pulling the trigger on some of these shooting opportunities.
I think that I understand how important passing is, but there have been times tonight that I think we've overpassed.
Sure.
That old saying, put the shot on goal. That's the only way you can score goals.
Yeah, and a lot of times, too, what you'll see is, especially with a really good goaltender like we're seeing with Logan Coella, you put pucks on net and you make them make 2 or 3 saves in succession, right? You make them make multiple saves in a row. You play hard on the rebounds. You get a little bit of traffic in front of them.
And we really haven't done that much tonight.
No, we haven't. And what you'll start to see is even just a puck luck, right? When you're down 2 goals and you can maybe get an opportunity to get one. And a little pushing and shoving here. But when you can get an opportunity to get one, you just start firing on net. I mean, I've been around a lot of hockey games, and I've had defensemen who just so happen to be standing maybe off to the side of a goalie. It hits their shin pad and goes in their own net. That only happens when you're shooting pucks towards the net. That doesn't happen often when we're making passes kind of around the tops of the circles. So, again, we get to 3 minutes here. Really important that McCort, especially some of their key players,
got to get a 2-on-1 here.
Get these pucks on net.
He shoots it, and it's covered up by the goalie, but we're going to get a face-off on our offensive end. We got some pushing and shoving and people not being nice to each other behind the goal. The referee's in there trying to break it up. Everybody just saying hello and want to be,
Merry Christmas.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How's the weather, right? Okay. Boy, if we can win this face-off and convert here. All right, now what do we got? We got some penalties, huh?
Well, no. It looks like they're going to
bring the face-off outside.
They're going to bring the face-off outside, and this is another rule where, and again, this is to prevent some of the pushing and shoving that we just saw at the end of the last play. If all 5 players in the attacking zone go below the dots, the face-off dots of an offensive zone, what they're going to do is they're going to punish that team. It's not a penalty, but they're going to say, all right, you lose the in-zone face-off. So that face-off's going to kind of have to come out to the neutral zone.
Oh, here we go. A lot of discussion going on between coaches and officials here. Okay, get ready. He's going to drop the puck. I think Art was buying some time because I don't think he changed a lot of guys there, and he wanted to give him a little bit more of a breather.
Yeah, actually, he was doing another smart play. So there's a ref will look at the bench with his hand up, and he will ask the away team first, would you like to change? Oftentimes it's already happening. Then he'll look at the home team and say, would you like to change? A couple chances there from McCort. And then they will change their players. So the home team will get second change, where you can kind of match up the players you want. Once he puts his hand down, there are no more changes allowed to be made, and it looked like that was the situation there. Now, Art, he's been doing this a long time, tremendous coach. What he says is okay, you just line up for the faceoff right next to the door, and as soon as that puck's dropped, we'll change you for somebody else. So,
I'm going to remember that tactic. I've never heard about that, but that's one to remember. It probably gets used more than we think.
Yeah, it's something that you might not always think about, but a good coach like Art, he knows it all.
You're down 3-1. You pull your goalie here?
Yeah, we're getting to the 2-minute and 20-second mark. I'm sure if we can, we got a loose puck kind of bouncing around right now. If we can get it maybe right here, I think he's got to be coming any second. And we got to be bringing
we got to have it on our end, too, and we got to control it, right?
So here's an icing.
Okay, now.
And that's going to be an in-zone face-off. And Art is going to take his timeout. So I'm assuming he's going to come. Charavelli's going to come to the bench here as Art calls his timeout.
And we have some more friends of the corporate sponsors from Bishop McCort: Coldwell Banker, Prestige Realty, Adam Dugan, Pro Disposal, Yoder's Landscaping, Merho Federal Credit Unit, the Pike Steakhouse and Pub. And you're going to have to bear with me here, Boston, because on every stream I talk about JMU, okay?
Absolutely.
My
Dukes
are 12th in the College Division I playoffs. They're going to Oregon on December 20th. Go Dukes. God bless you. I had a great time at the game. I went down Friday night against Troy.
Yeah, big win for the Dukes. So.
Oh, my gosh, yes, huge win. As big as maybe the biggest win in the history of the school.
Yeah, it's got to be a tremendous feeling for those guys. A really interesting college football playoff. I mean, I'm sure we could all probably give our debates and be here for about another 3 hours.
They got to clean up the mess they've created.
Sure, there's a lot of changes that are going to be made over the next couple years.
The sad thing is it's about money, and I understand money's important. I get that, but it shouldn't be the motivating factor why teams are in or they're not in and so forth. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I agree with you there.
Pull off the upset to look like geniuses.
Yeah.
It's not happening, but it'll look like the genius.
I think I saw it was like a 20-point spread. So
they beat Oregon. You might not see me for a week.
Hey, that's why they play the game, right?
Yeah.
You never know. Coach Hornick, I would like to think in your time you guys were always the favorites, but you got a memory of a big upset?
So actually, that's something I shared with our kids this year. 2009, I was very fortunate. Our team, we were favorites going through a lot, and then my senior year, that 2010 season, every single playoff game was an away game, and we were able to win each one, take us to the district championship game, where unfortunately we fell. But we were the away team, we were the lower seed, so you play the game for a reason. Coaches will prepare your team, and anyone can win on any given day, like you said.
Absolutely. The Crushers have pulled the goalie. We've got a one-man advantage, but we've got an empty goal as well. Crushers trying to put some shots on this goaltender who's played a fantastic game for Bethel Park this evening. Crushers making hay, trying to get this thing done.
I can hear Art from the bench the whole way up here saying to use the point. Bethel Park's, like they've done so much of this game, really protecting the house. And there's a couple different ways. I actually, my coaching strategies tend to go the other way, where I like to play a little bit more aggressive when we have the 5 and a 6-on-5. Because, again, all you need to do is clear the puck. You're actually playing against the clock as much as you're playing against the 6 guys attacking. Bethel Park elects to play a little bit more conservative, where they kind of sit around the house and they say, hey, we'll let you shoot it, but you're going to shoot it from the outside. We're not going to let you shoot it from a great scoring opportunity. And they've done a good job with that so far.
We've got an update from the Bishop McCort Gym, a final in boys varsity basketball. Forest Hill 68, Bishop McCort 60. It was a barn burner, and we want to thank Coach DeFazio for sending that information, and we thank him very much for that. Minute and 17 seconds left in the hockey game. The Crushers have pulled their goaltender. They've got a one-man advantage, but they don't have a goalie. So, a little bit of you get an advantage, but you have a disadvantage as well.
Yeah, if we can maintain the pressure,
boy, come on. We can get a goal right here. Come on, put that thing in the net. Shoot it. Don't play with it. Shoot it.
Yeah, see, Bethel Park doing a good job of forcing it low. And they're going to ice it.
Did he touch it?
He did not touch it. They're going to say no.
So we're
going to
get
be an
another
icing.
We got lucky there, huh?
Yeah, that's one is I'm sure if you're Bethel Park, you're probably sitting on the bench arguing that it might have got the tip of his glove, but didn't affect the puck movement. I think that's a good call by the refs.
For those that are listening here this evening, a future stream, I believe we're going to stream basketball on Friday night. Just look on the websites. Jeannie Feathers always puts that information out there, but I believe we're going to be streaming Friday night basketball from the Bishop McCort gym.
And that's, I believe, would that be the boys team versus
Somerset, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, boys
cool.
versus Somerset.
Girls basketball also, maybe not the start of the season they wanted. Obviously had this amount of success over the last couple of years, but they got a big stretch. I think they are home tomorrow, Thursday, and then they are at Somerset Friday. So I know those girls are excited for a big 3-game stretch. I know Thursday, my wife, former basketball alumni Haley Bradley.
One of the goats.
Yep. Haley Thomas, now Haley Bradley.
Yes! Crusher score!
Yeah.
Who was that, 22?
That's Brendan again. That's a big one. 41 seconds, you never know.
It's Bethel Park 3, Bishop McCort 2. There are 41 seconds left on the clock. The Crushers have cut it to 1. Okay, so now there's going to be a face-off, right, in the neutral zone, correct?
Correct. It's going to go center ice.
So do we have to put our goalie back on, or do we leave him off?
They're going to elect to. This I could see going both ways. I think I already haven't burned the timeout. Let's see if Bethel Park's not going to elect to use there. So Saravelli's going to line up. He's going to line up way out of the defensive zone. So he should be, as soon as we get possession, on his way to the bench. And see, that's a smart play there. Is it
35 seconds, 34 seconds. The Crushers have a chance to tie this thing up.
You talk about one of the greatest scorers in McCort history, Haley Bradley, and then all of a sudden you start to score yourself.
Yeah, right. I know. It must be a good offensive. We take a whistle. But regardless, Thursday we got the girls basketball team versus Berlin. And I know my wife.
That's a big-time matchup.
Yeah, Haley's super excited to go. We're home. We're home. So I know we're going to go. We have our night all planned out. We're going to go to one of our sponsors, the 5th, and we're going to go.
Berlin has a lot of girls back.
Yeah, no, they're a really good team. Obviously got us in the state championship last year, so I know Coach Hahn and the Lady Crushers are going to be ready for that one.
No matter how this lays out here, what a great experience, because you just don't know when you're going to be in this situation again. You're playing the reality of it all. You're not practicing it. You're playing it.
Absolutely. We got 15 seconds here. They get the puck to the center.
Get it on.
Skids through. You're going to have to hope that goes the length of the ice, and it will be icing.
So now with 7.6 seconds on the clock, Bethel Park 3, Bishop McCort 2. You got to give the Crushers a lot of credit. They've never quit in this game, and that's not any disparaging remarks against Bethel Park. But the Crushers have battled them tooth and nail through this hockey game. If we can win the face-off and get a shot on goal and tie this thing, we will go to overtime.
It's going to be Isaiah Lee. It looks like they might just try to throw it. Now they're going to win it back. And it's loose, and Bethel Park throws it. It's off the glass, and that looks like it should be it. As that puck goes the length of the ice, it won't be.
And that's the ball game.
That is it.
Bishop
really comes
McCort,
down to the wire.
Bethel Park 3, Bishop McCort 2, and but a hard-fought hockey game. Boston had a great time doing this game with you here this evening.
Yeah, just a lot of fun. I'm super happy to be back. Like I said, hopefully we get some playoff games later on in the year. And
I think we got another hockey game here at the end of the month. And, I believe in January we've got another one somewhere along the way. And we'll give you a holler and see if you're available. And we want to thank Mr. Hornick for being our stream producer. Mr. Hornick, God bless you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Dreams do come true.
That's more technology than I'll care to ever try to learn for one night.
Well, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? You've got to start seeing you the way God sees you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are more than a conqueror. You are created to have dominion, and you are blessed. Please understand all the positivity going on in your life, and do not allow negativity to enter your mind. On the behalf of Boston Bradley and Tim Hornick, God bless. Go Crusher.